Hello there guys, it's Count here, back in another video, and today I'm going to do what if Deku can use Ultra Instinct part 17. Hope you enjoy it. So a small summary is needed because last part was a week ago. So after Deku achieved Ultra Instinct or the complete version of it, or Autonomous Ultra Instinct, whatever name you prefer, Deku single-handedly defeated all the villains, or defeated is not the right term, pulverize is the right term. He completely pulverized every Nomo in the vicinity. After that he turned his sights to All for One, and how can I say that without YouTube getting after me? Well, let's say Deku played ping pong or table tennis with All for One's body and he was the two players. After that he delivered the finishing blow to All for One. And I think that's it for the summary. Let's begin. So after Deku display of power, everyone is just flabbergasted. Because everyone except for All Might saw Deku flying up in the sky, creating a galaxy of energy or whatever. Then he disappeared, and when he appeared again, he's on top of the massive villain or the big boss they call him, and he has silver hair. So let's go to Deku's perspective for 1 second. After he dealt the finishing blow to All for One, he checked is he really unconscious, and he is. So pick him up and fly toward the group. And at the same time, Class 1A and some students from other schools and their respective teachers start gathering around. Around All Might. And they check is everyone still alive, and luckily they are. But Naofumi broke his arm and leg again. But he's still alive and conscious. And Deku fly down carrying the unconscious All for One. Then he threw him to the ground. Then he saw Naofumi and tell him, "So you need a hand or a leg this time? Or both?" And Naofumi replied by giving him the middle finger. And Deku start laughing out loud. "So you're finally able to reach it?" Naofumi asked. Deku smirk and tell him, "Yep, sure did." Then Deku start looking at himself. So this is the real me, huh? He closes his eyes and smile. Everyone is a bit dumbfounded except Naofumi. Well, just a bit. Deku is almost a completely different person. He's way more cheerful and happier than before. Then Deku opened his eyes, looked at everyone and see the look on their faces. And tell them, "I know you guys want some answers, but I have some unfinished business." Then he looked at Stain and tell him, "Our last fight was rudely interrupted. So what do you say, let's finish this right now? But let's make it quick, I only have a couple of minutes left in this form." Stain is a bit hesitant after he saw Deku true power, but he doesn't back down. He smiled at Deku and tell him, "Yeah kid, let's go." Both of them smile and jump into the crater that Deku made. Stain drew his sword, but before he attacked he asked Deku, "Why didn't you just knock me out? I knew you can." Deku replied, "It's easy. What you did was unforgivable, but not irredeemable. You could say that I can still sense some good in you, so that's why I need to stop you before you reach the point of no return. Plus, not going to lie, you are one of the strongest people that I have ever faced. So I want to finish our fight. But like you can see, things have changed since last time." Stain smile and tell him, "Yeah, I can see that. Are you ready?" Deku nod and Stain charge at him, and he swing his sword with everything that he got. And Deku did not move an inch. He just stood there. Then the second sword made contact with Deku's skin, it broke, and Stain stood there, shocked. Everyone was. Then Stain asked him, "How did he do that?" Deku tell him, "I don't know, I just knew I can do it. And it looks like I won." Then Deku punched Stain in the gut, and right before Stain passed out, he smiled, knowing that this world still have a chance. Then Deku gently carried the unconscious Stain and put him on the ground near the group. Then Deku can see some cops and paramedic just arrive. He smiled, then he told the others, "Sorry, but you have to wait a bit longer." Then he passed out, and midway through his fall he go back to his base. Everyone rushed at him to see is he okay, and he just unconscious because he's tired. So they breathe a sigh of relief. But everyone else except for Naofumi, Momo and mine are questioning where Deku got these scars. Even All Might. And when the trio heard that, they look at the ground looking defeated. Then Naofumi tell them this is Deku's story. It's up to him if he want to share it or not. After that the police took Stain and All for One, and the paramedic took Deku and Naofumi to the hospital. So fast forward a few hours and Deku was put with Naofumi in the same room, although Deku is still unconscious. Then Class 1 entered the room with the bandage All Might and Aizawa, and they asked Naofumi is he okay, and he reassured them that everything is okay, nothing permanent. Then Oraka asked Naofumi because they are pretty close, so she asked him about Deku's scar because judging by his look, he knew how he get them. Plus, Momo and the mine refused to tell her anything. Naomi sighed and told them that he was waiting for Deku to wake up to tell them, but his new power take a lot out of him, so he need a lot of rest. Plus, I want to save him the trouble of explaining everything. So he got them a year ago. Then he told them what happened in part 3 of this What If. Everyone is speechless, they can't find the word to explain what they are feeling right now. Enough me tell them this is the reason I'm trying to get stronger. After seeing what he did, putting everything on the line just to save us, I have to make sure that it will not go in vain. And maybe someday I'll repay him back for what he did. You don't have to worry about that, buddy. Everyone look at the left and they see Deku just woke up. They ask him, is he okay? He tells them, yeah, but a bit tired. And by the way, now for me, you don't have to thank me for saving you, because I'm pretty sure I am not the one who saved you. So they were happy he finally woke up. Then they asked him to explain. He told them that he doesn't remember the last moment of the fight. It's almost like a blur. I remember jumping in to save you guys. I remember getting attacked. After that, everything is a bit fuzzy. I remember talking to my quirk, then waking up. So it's good to finally know what happened that night. I was planning of asking you, but after seeing the look on your face, I decided not to. So I think I should thank you, right, Ultra? And when Deku said that he powered up from nowhere, then he powered down. That made Deku smirk. After that, everybody started asking Deku a lot of questions like what just happened, and what's up with the silver hair, and why he was acting more joyful than before. Well, when he's using his silver hair form. Right now, they can see that Deku changed a bit, but not as much with his Ultra Instinct on. Deku tell them, well, that's the real me. I'm not talking about silver hair, I'm still young. I'm talking personality wise, that's the real me. When I used that power, I felt free. Like I don't need to hold back my emotion and, well, like Nafumi put it, act like a robot. And that made Nafumi grin. After that, Aizawa told them to stop with the questions because he just woke up and he's still tired. So they let them rest. But before Aizawa leave, Deku asked him about the exam. Well, they have to redo it or what? Aizawa tell him it's not sure yet. Plus they have to deal with All Might retiring from being a hero, so everyone is on edge. Plus after your light show, everyone is asking questions. Specifically what happened after your light show, because somehow you're able to fry the cameras. So the last thing they were able to see is Stain attacking All for One. Deku tell him, well, good luck. It's not my problem, technically. Aizawa tell him, yeah, thanks for that, problem child. After that, fast forward a couple of days, and Yue went to the dorm system. So Aizawa and All Might went house to house, asking permission from the parents. And of course, everyone gave them their permission. And the last house on the list is Deku's one. And this time, both of them went in. Izuku's mom greeted them, and they asked where is Izuku. She told them that he's up on the roof. They asked what he's doing there. She tell him, I don't know, he always tell me that he's training. And when they heard that, they feared the worst. Deku training with that much power on top of a roof? Aizawa told them that he will be right back. He used his scarf to go up the building. Deku and his seemingly is meditating, but he's surrounding with his Ultra Instinct aura. He tried to call him out, but Deku is gone too deep, and Aizawa is impressed. Only a select few can go this deep. So he decided to shock him, and that worked. Deku snapped out of his meditation and asked Aizawa what he's doing here. He tell him, let's go to your house and talk. They do, they explain the door system, and Izuku's mom agreed. But on one condition, make sure to take care of him. Although he's strong, he's still her kid. And they promise her that. Then Aizawa make the joke that they don't think they can protect him as much as his quirk does. After he said that, Deku powered up for 1 second, then he powered down. Then Deku left and said, well, it hurt you, you know. And Aizawa tell him, well, you can't talk with your quirk right now? Deku not. But it's still a bit weird to hear someone's voice inside your head. After that, Aizawa and All Might leave, and Deku prepare himself to move. So the next day, everybody start moving in, and because they don't know what to do after that, so they decide to do a tour of the dorm. And everyone's room stayed the same, and Nafumi and mine, I don't know, just use your imagination for it. The only room that changed from the original is Deku's one. There is only a couple of All Might figurines and one poster, and the other shelves are filled with trophies and medals. Everyone is impressed, especially Momo, mine, and Nafumi, and Ojiro, because I expect that Ojiro have some martial arts training. And for the case of the other three, they expect Deku to have some achievements, but not this. They tell Deku, no wonder you are this strong even without a quirk. You're basically a pro. Then Nafumi tell him, if the hero work doesn't work for you, you can definitely start your own dojo. Well, you still need the funds, but you know what I mean. Deku tell him, well, I already thought about it, but that's something I will do after I retire. We cannot do the hero gig for life. And because there is no Minata, they don't brought up to do a tour of the girls' rooms. Even if they do, Deku will not do it because he starts to understand what's going on between the girls. After that, everybody is spared to do whatever they want. Deku decides to go outside to get some air, and he meets Mirio. So they talk, and Mirio is glad that Deku is safe, especially after what happened with All for One. And Deku tell him, you know him? I never told you his name. Mirio explained that he know him somewhat because tonight I tell him to be worried about him because he can take quirks if he want. Then Deku tell him that explain why he went after me and why he said he want my quirk. So he can just take it? What a powerful and weird quirk. Well, I guess this is a good thing that I was able to beat him. You what? Mirio asked him. And Deku tell him, oh, completely forgot that you guys did got the info. And it just slipped out, sorry. So you know he was with the League of Villains when they attack us. So during the fight I was able to tap in more of my power, so I was able to beat him, but doing it I accidentally fried the cameras near me. So I even have changes to make that All Might beat him, but in reality I am the one who beat him. And I can understand if you don't believe me. I don't believe it myself. Mirio tell him, no, I do believe you. You don't have a reason to lie. Plus, I know that you're not the type of guy to just make some rumors. If you say something, it must be true, especially this magnitude. Anyway, you're free. Deku nod. Mirio tell him, why did you come with me? Me and the rest of our classmates, we are going to play some games, so you want to join? I'm in, Deku replied. And that's how Deku spent the rest of his evening. So when he returned, they asked him where he was. He told them that he was with Rie. He just played some games with them. Then Zero tell him, so you spent all afternoon with some hotties. Right. Deku tell him, I did not say that. Then from nowhere he popped with his Ultra Instinct because he's in danger. He looked behind him to see Momo, Jiro and Mine looking very upset, to say the least. And asked him did he enjoy his time. Deku slowly back up and tell them, alright, take it easy. Then Naofumi smile and tell them, well, I think I will enjoy my time here. So that fast forward a couple of days, and Aizawa called everyone to come to the living room. He told them after what happened with the exam and everything, only a few of you will get the license. The other ones have to do the test all over. Sorry about that, this is beyond me. Everyone tell him they understand and they ask who will get their license. He told them obviously Midoriya will take it, and Naofumi, Sato, Kirishima, Kaminari, Uraka, Mine, Tsuyu and Momo. The 9 of you did the most of the work. It's not like I'm saying the rest did nothing, but in that situation your quirk did the most of the work. So that's why you are given the license. The only person they were debating about is Midoriya. Deku asked why. He told them before you were able to fry the cameras, they were able to see you transform. Plus some other reporters were able to talk with some villains, only for a brief moment, but they explained seeing a white silvery flash. And they are afraid if they give you your license, people will start questioning what exactly happened. Right now they believe that All Might take on everyone, like he always do. But at the end they cannot deny what you did. So they decide to give you your license and just prepare for the worst. Thanks, I guess, Deku tell him. Anyway, a few days went by after that. Then one day Aizawa dragged everyone to the outdoor field and told them today we are going to do a special test. Just to clarify, it's not my idea. They ask him what's make it special. Then Deku catch on and tell him, I see. They ask him what does he mean. He tell them that. He pointed at the big three and they are coming toward them. They are a bit shocked to see them, although they did see Deku hang up with them, so they assume they are going to drag him along. And to the shock of them, they are here to fight them. Or specifically Mirio want to fight them. They are a bit hesitant, but this is one of a lifetime opportunity. So they took it. And Deku told them, well, have fun. They asked him is he not going to fight with them? Deku shook his head and told them that he always trained with 3 of them. So there is no point of this training for him. By the way, you have to watch out. His quirk is tricky. So the fight started and it went like you guys expected. Mirio laid a smackdown on everyone. Even though Naofumi is able to use 20% of One For All, Mirio is strong in his own right. Sure, he did put up a challenge against him, but in the end he won. Aizawa told him, alright, I think that's enough. Mirio tell him, no, we're not done yet. He looked at Deku and tell him, bring it. As you wish, Deku tell him. So 2 of them start fighting without using their quirks, basically pacing themselves. Then Mirio was able to land a solid hit on Deku using his quirk, so Deku replied by activating his own quirk. And they went back and forth with Deku dodging and Mirio phasing through Deku's attacks. So Deku decided to crank up the hit and start using more of his power. So let's say 70% of his power. Mirio cannot even try to land the hit. He's completely overpowered. The only reason he's still standing is because of his quirk. Then Deku shot a glare at Nijiri and Tamaki, and it's basically telling them to just bring it. So they charged at him and this seemingly equaled the playing field. Then Tamaki was able to get a hold of Deku's arm while Mirio was distracting Deku. So Nijiri took the opportunity and fired a double blast toward him, and it made direct contact with him. Then from within the blast, a massive shockwave was sent, pushing everyone away. Then when they look up, they see Deku with silver hair. The big 3 are shocked. Since when Deku have silver hair? Deku told them it's a long story, but to make make it simpler, this is my full power. Mario smile and tell him, oh really, so let's see how strong you are. Deku tell them, there is a problem, you already lost. When he said last line, Deku appeared behind them, then the big tree fall to the ground, and they are in a mess pain everywhere. Deku power down and tell them, sorry about that, I was trying to hold back, but it's still a new power for me. I need to know how to hold back in that form. The three of them are surprised and happy. Deku surely come a long way, but unbeknownst to Deku, someone was watching him. Someone with green hair and yellow eyes. Night Eye. Then Night Eye said, this kid is way stronger than I thought. Maybe I should recruit him. And I'm going to stop it right here. So hope you enjoy it, guys. And what do you think of it? Would Deku accept Night Eye's offer? What will happen next? Leave your thoughts in comments down below. And if you enjoyed the video, drop a like, it helped me a lot. And if you're new, subscribe, there is more videos like this coming. And like always, guys, peace.